Good morning, all of you. I am Sweta Sarangi, and in the previous class, we have studied about the function of ozone layer and how ozone layer depletes. So, next, first of all, I want to tell you that what is the function of ozone layer. So, ozone layer is here uh, to protect us from the dangerous ultraviolet rays from the sun to the earth surface. Okay, next we are going to study about the effects of ozone layer depletion. With the ozone layer depletion, there is a danger of the increase in the flux of ultraviolet radiation over earth's biosphere. They are harmful for man's life. UV radiations affects biological system in two ways. One is confined to patches of skin, while the other develops in the immune system as a whole. These kinds of skin cancer, basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell, and melanoma caused by UV rays. So these are the skin cancers. UV radiations cause sunburns and breast cancer. UV radiations absorbed by cornea and lens in the eye leading to photokeratosis and cataracts. Ozone at ground level of low concentration exerts its toxic effects directly on the lungs. The loss of fish population would directly affect the inhabitation of coastal areas. Ozone dissolved in water is highly toxic for marine life. It also causes decrease in soil moisture content. Ozone reacts with many fibers such as cotton, nylon, and polyester dyes, etc. Due to ozone reduction, intense UV radiation causes greater evaporation of surface water through the stomata of the leaves and decrease the soil moisture content. Plant proteins are also susceptible to UV injuries. UV radiations increase the mortality rate of larvae of zooplanktons. So these are the various effects of ozone depletion. Okay. Next, it's the most important topic, that is resettlement and rehabilitation of people and what are its problems and concerns. So sometimes for the development of projects like construction of dams, mining, creation of parks, etc., and during natural calamities like earthquake, landslides, volcanoes, floods, droughts, cyclones, the problems of resettlement and rehabilitation arise. For example, recently the tsunami cyclone affected thousands of families, and during construction of Indira Sagar Dam in Khandwa district of Madhya Pradesh, thousands families were displaced and rehabilitated near Chanera and other places. This caused permanent loss of the benefits and facilities. This disturbed socio-economic and ecological base of local community, which are generally forest and tribal people. Okay. So families are disintegrated and also lost ancestral link between people and the environment. This can easily be seen in old Harshud where people still go to remember old environment. More than 13,000 families are displaced during Tehri Dam construction. The rehabilitated in Dehradun and Haridwar regions, various types of projects result in the displacement of native people are like displacement due to dams, displacement due to mining, and displacement due to natural parks. So, what is displacement due to dams? Universe without energy is not imaginable. The most easily accessible and eco-friendly form of renewable energy is hydropower. Water is scarce natural resources and India is blessed with it. Hence, it has to judicial harnessed and managed for welfare of all living beings. India India's exploitable hydropower potential is 84,044 megawatt. River Narmada has 3,000 megawatt hydropower potential in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Sardar Sarovar project, which is in Gujarat, Hirakund in Odisha, Vakranangal Dam in Punjab, Tehri Dam in Uttaranchal, Indira Sagar project, MP, Madhya Pradesh, etc., are some which displaced more than 25 million people. Okay. Next is what displacement due to mining. So mining is also one of the most important means in the field of prosperity. Mineral wealth has its own importance. Therefore, it covers large area for the purpose. Due to this development activities, thousands of people are displaced. People displaced due to this activity are poorest and mostly tribal. They lost much more than they get from the projects. Maximum persons lost their lives during settlement and transportation. So the examples are Jharia coalfield. So it's in Jharkhand. In these projects, underground fires are thousands of hectares land affected by this. People are asked to vacate the native place. Since 1976, about 15 crores of rupees have been spent to put out fires. The problem of resettlement and rehabilitation of the people is still there. Estimate for rehabilitation is much more than the availability. Okay. So next is displacement due to national park. To conserve flora and fauna, natural resources, sometimes large forest area is covered under national parks and sanctuary. It is declared as core area and entry of local dwellers, tribal and villagers of nearby area are prohibited. They are deprived of their right of access to the benefits of forest. Therefore, effort should be made to provide proper rehabilitation and employment to the affected people. So these are the displacement of the people from due to dams, due to mining and due to national park. Next is our environmental ethics and what are the issues and solution. So the issues, principles and guidelines relating to human interactions with their environment or human obligation towards the environment and living beings are called environmental ethics or earth ethics. Ethics constitute the basic course of civilized behavior without which our environment as we know would be impossible. So such rules embody the basic constraints each of us agrees to practice in relationship with others. Ethics code can be of help in most instances that confront us, but dilemmas do arise in which it seems there are no suitable alternatives. We can see that our acts will follow what we think. That is human centric thinking of earth centric thinking. The first view asks us to march ahead gloriously to conquer the nature and establish our supremacy over nature through technological innovations, economic growth, and development. While second urges us to live on this earth or to live in this earth as a part of it, like any other creation of nature and live sustainably. Human human beings are over exploiting the natural resources and polluting the environment. These human acts are very dangerous and may lead to environmental crisis. If we want to check environmental crisis, we will have to transfer our thinking and attitude. So, in relation to environmental protection or in need of environmental ethics, two worldviews are first is ecocentric worldview and second is anthropocentric worldview. So, what is ecocentric worldview? So, this states that Earth resources are limited and they are not for human beings alone but for all the species. So we have to draw our requirements from environment, but not to that extent it degrades the environment. Okay, thank you. Next class we are going to study about the anthropocentric worldview. Okay.